You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
Kathmandu has been left shaken, scarred, and tense after days of violent protests spiraled out of control. What began as demonstrations against corruption soon turned into scenes of chaos, with arson, destruction, and deep unrest spreading across Nepal's capital. Streets that were once bustling with everyday life have now been reduced to barricaded zones, heavily patrolled by the army. The atmosphere is tense, and a sense of fear still lingers in the air. The protests quickly escalated after frustration boiled over with the political leadership. Government buildings were set on fire, parliament was torched, and even homes of politicians were vandalized. These acts of anger were not just random outbursts, but pointed displays of public fury against what many saw as decades of corruption and mismanagement. The unrest became so intense that the Prime Minister was forced to resign, a dramatic political shift that has left the country uncertain about what comes next. Witnesses have described the streets of Kathmandu as resembling a conflict zone. Military trucks now move through areas where shops once bustled with trade. Outside the Parliament and the Supreme Court, barricades have been erected as both symbolic shields and physical defenses against more violence. The presence of soldiers is heavy, and their patrols remind everyone that the situation is far from normal. For many in Nepal, this moment feels like the most significant upheaval in decades. The Himalayan nation has faced political turmoil in the past, but this latest wave of unrest has cut deeper, fueled by young voices and citizens who feel let down by those in power. While some express hope that the resignation of the Prime Minister could open doors to reform, others fear the void may invite instability and further clashes. Life in Kathmandu has been disrupted in every sense. Ordinary people have been caught between their frustration with the government and the dangers of escalating violence. Shops remain closed, daily routines are suspended, and trust in leadership is at an all-time low. It is as if the entire city has been put on pause, waiting to see whether calm can be restored or whether tensions will ignite once again. What is clear is that Nepal is standing at a crossroads. The protests have made it impossible for corruption and discontent to be ignored any longer. The barricaded streets and burned parliament building stand as stark reminders of a population unwilling to stay silent. Whether this will mark the beginning of meaningful change or a descent into further instability remains to be seen. But Kathmandu's recent turmoil has already etched itself into the nation's modern history. Stay subscribed for more videos.